Yo, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Terrence, Terrax, whatever you want to call him, the lemon of Galactus. One of the two lemons, him and Airwalker, both just super underwhelming heralds. Silver Surfer, he's underwhelming to what Silver Surfer should be, but he's actually not too bad. And Cosmic Ghost Rider just blew them all out of the water so easily. However, Terrax has now been buffed. Now, after this buff, all of his abilities stayed pretty much the same how he functions. He just got a lot of stat increases to all of his bonuses. And this makes him way better. His damage output now is not lemony. It's pretty solid, dude. He hits pretty hard. It's very easy to stack up armor breaks quickly and to keep them applied. You can see these armor breaks last a very long time. And you can refresh them by ending a combo with a light attack. So you're actually able to just keep up those armor breaks pretty much for the entire fight. So we're jumping into variant 6, and this is the Madness quest. This is where you see Doom and Venom just heavy cheesing everything. So we're going to try it with Terrax today because he applies armor breaks, and he's also a villain, so it makes him great for variant 6. And Doom and Venom are considered to be the best for Madness, but honestly, when I was doing this with Terrax, it felt really good. Better than Doom and Venom, dare I say. We'll see by the end of this video. It took me about 12 minutes to clear the entire path, which pretty quick. I'm not exactly sure how long it took me with Venom and Doom, but I don't know. It felt really solid. So we got a guillotine here. And so Guillotine actually has a really quick wake up time, it's called. So you can't just spam heavies against her in the corner. So here we're going to go for the special 2. Now when Terrax uses a special attack, you see our power becomes whited out. And we're not able to activate another special attack. But while we're in that, we activate the rock field. And that's when we get a massive attack increase. And that's also when we can really start stacking up those armor breaks. Terrax also, whenever he uses a heavy attack, while in the rock field state, it ends the rock field state, consumes, I believe it's half a bar of power, and the heavy attack is a guaranteed crit. So you'll see me using that guaranteed crit throughout this path, and it hits quite hard. It gains also attack rating as well. So it's guaranteed to be a crit, and it hits pretty nice. You can see he also has these Indestructible Charges, which are very nice. Save me from taking damage from this cap right here. And yeah, honestly, I was just having fun with Terrax. Honestly, fun and Terrax in the same sentence. I know it's weird. The dude is loads of fun now, man. It's great. And you can see his heavy spam, it works pretty well. So here, I want to go ahead and finish my combo with light, refresh all those armor breaks. I'm going to go for a special 3 because it has a potent armor break that it applies. And then this is also going to activate the rock field. And then I'm going to have 3 bars of power to work with that's being drained. And I found kind of a little bit of a different way to play Terrax now, which is to end the rock field early, and it doesn't drain that much power. And then you're actually able to just throw another special. So here you'll see I hit him, boom, 34k crit, and then I still had a bar of power, and I could have easily gotten back to a special 2 and then kept the rock field going. But you can just see it's very easy to keep those armor breaks up, and he's crushing it, man. He's crushing it. So next up we have a Magneto Marvel Now. These Magnetos are so annoying after the buff change, but Terrax is not metal, so he's got nothing to worry about on these guys. He's actually a pretty solid option for this fight, much better than Doom would be, because Doom is metal. So yeah, we couldn't get the armor break up right away. When the armor break, they are also power locked, but we made that first special 1, and now we're good to go. So go for that first heavy attack, boom. You see it does 25k damage. You can just start off the fight, because if you're awakened, you start with rock field active, so you can start the fight and then just heavy attack to turn it off, and then boom, you're starting the fight with a massive crit, and you can start the fight with some extra power gain as well, which is pretty nice. And the special 2 also gives you a power gain buff, which kind of helps you stay in the rock field. Boom, we get 10 armor breaks. I just want to go for a heavy attack here, and then boom, 33k crit. Pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. So as you can see, he's crushing this lane. And as far as synergies go, I do have some synergies on the team. None of them are really too crazy. There's one that increases the chance to get an armor break, and then that's really the only synergy one that he has. Then the only other notable one is with Annihilus. He just gets straight up 15% attack, which is pretty solid. I was like, yeah, why not bring that? But he definitely doesn't have any synergies that like he relies on or anything like that, like Omega Red and Ghost with Wasp and Sabretooth. Like when you use those champions, you really want to bring along a synergy partner like Terrax. No, there's definitely no synergy he's reliant on. The Annihilus one is like kind of nice for some extra attack, but that's really it. So here, this was the fight I was worried about. It's a Mojo, because you know Mojo is in class disadvantage, but Terrax, he's doing pretty good for it. Just trying not to get unlucky with the prompts. Gonna go ahead, refresh my armor breaks, and then go for a special 3 to really get the rock field going and to apply the armor break from the L3 as well. And yeah, so this fight, I was worried about getting the degen, and Terrax actually has a stun on a special 3 as well, which is nice. I kept forgetting that there's stun. I start to remember by the end of the path. I've never really played Terrax before, so it's pretty cool. You can see right there, 35k crit, man. So nice, so solid. Being able to heavy spam as well. And dude, look at that, 44 hits, and it's it's fast. Like he's just going through all these fights just so quick. I feel like when I did this with Legs Jr. with a rank 4 Doom, it took me a while, man. It felt like at least like half an hour. It felt, that is only a rank 4 Doom of course, but it felt like it just took forever. And Venom was pretty quick because you just spam those heavies. But I don't know, Terry, he feels really solid. Just the damage output now after the buff, it doesn't feel bad anymore, you know. Like, I played Terrax a little bit before he was buffed, like the day before he was buffed yesterday, and it wasn't like I don't think it was even as bad as I, because like I said, I've never played Terrax before, so just hearing the community's thoughts, my opinion of him was so astronomically low that when I actually played him pre-buff, I was like, he's not that bad, like it's decent. And now playing him after the buff, I'm like, this is great, like this is solid, like it's fun. And now that I've been in a couple fights, I've actually built up some persistent charges, which increases my power gain rate by a bit. And also I'm starting with more of those indestructible charges. So you see I start with 7 indestructible charges, which are pretty nice. And they can also, they're kind of like Killmonger's indestructible charges. They only have one downside, and that is that you can't take special 3s with them. I really wish you could. I feel like that would make Terrax so much better, just to give him that utility. It's kind of unfortunate, but he does have a lot of utility. He's bleed and shock immune, which is pretty solid. Some solid immunities to have. He's got very reliant armor breaks. So easy to get. So yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun with him. So you can see right there, boom, we end rock field, we get that guaranteed crit. A couple more heavies, boom, we're already at another special 3. Like he's just zerging these champs down, man. It's awesome. So we got 2 more fights left on the path, and then we got a Joe Fixit boss, which has like 400,000 some health. So that'll be a good fight to really gauge his damage in a bit of a thicker health pool. I am running suicides with Terrax, which he definitely doesn't need suicides. I'd say he's fairly suicide friendly. You know, being bleed immune is pretty great. And you could just use special 3s with him. You don't even need to really use any other specials to take recoil. But you know, since we're on the CC beta, I got some potions, so I'm like, why not? Why not have some fun with him? So boom, get off some really beefy heavy attack to start this fight. Get 10 armor breaks. I believe he caps at 11 armor breaks with the L3 one added on. And yeah, had a couple of them fall off at the start. Should have been a little bit more focused on keeping them, but it's okay. And then yeah, get into the rock field, and then boom, 26k heavy attack right there, because we get that fury, the guaranteed crit. It's very nice. And then so we got one more fight here, Diablo. This one does not have the madness node, so we're not going to be able to power lock in with the armor breaks, so we're going to have to fight this a little bit differently. It's actually Icarus. So I was trying, the goal was to build up a ton of furies and then go for the guaranteed critical heavy to end the rock field, but when you use a heavy attack, I'm pretty sure it strips away your furies, so I don't think it would have worked anyways. But I actually lose the rock field here, so I didn't even get the guaranteed crit on the heavy. That one did crit, but it was only 11k. And also my furies, I definitely should have just went for the kill there. I had like 16 Furies or something, so we ended up taking some degen damage, but that's all right. We're gonna heal up a little bit for the final boss, and then you guys can really see Terry's really his full damage potential in a longer form of a fight. So we get that Diablo down, and now we're gonna pull up to Joe Fixit. And I think for longer fights like this, I think it's not a bad idea to start with a special 3 because there's a bit of a beefier armor break on it, and then you just have more power to work with in your rock field, and you can kind of end rock field early after the special 3, and it only consumes a little bit of power so that you still have enough power to then go for a special 2 or a special 3. So yeah, this guy has 461,000 health, almost basically 500,000, quite a big HP pool. And so yeah, we get him armor broken at the start, which is great. And so we're gonna want to make sure we refresh all those armor breaks, keep those armor breaks up through the entire fight. And a cool thing with those armor breaks as well is that if you have the Despair Mastery, you can actually just turn off healing. So if you have max Despair, each one of those armor breaks is reducing healing by, I think it's 15%. It won't go into the negatives unless there's something reversing it, like a Petrify or something. But yeah, you can just completely turn off healing, which is pretty cool. So here, because we do have the Madness node, we're able to just go ahead and spam some heavies to quickly build up our power, which is nice. Then I'm just going to go for a 5 combo ending on a light to refresh all my armor breaks, keep them active. Then we're going to go for the special 3 here, which I've never seen Terrax's special 3 before, like yesterday. It's like, this is pretty cool. Like, I love, and it also, like, playing Terrax, it feels really good just swinging that big axe around, man. It honestly, it feels awesome. So here I think I'm going to go for a heavy attack pretty soon here. Yeah, and so you see I keep 1.5 bars of power, and I'm able to just quickly get back to another special. Going to go for a special 2 now. I think I just want to refresh those armor breaks. Yeah, then we can go ahead and throw the special 2, get some power gain, get back into rock field, get that damage bonus, and then go for a 32k heavy attack to finish that fight. Bro, he rinsed that 500k, almost 500,000 health pool, 61 hits. That was so clean. That was dude, call this guy Mr. Clean. He's bald and he's just cleaning up these fights. Honestly, genuinely very impressed with Terrax after the buff. He just felt really great to play. So that's going to do it for this Terrax video. Let me know what you guys think of Terrax. Who do you guys think is better, Terrax or Mole Man, since they did come out together? I haven't played around with Kingpin and Yellow Jacket yet. They're on the to-do list, but I wanted to get the boy Terry and Skill Corvus out first. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Which one do you guys think is better? Are you guys going to be ranking up Terry or Mole Man? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. But I would appreciate if you drop a like on this video. It really helps me out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.